colleague from BBC Monitoring, Beverly Ochieng.
From the African continent to Bangladesh, where the country is extending its lockdown until May 16th, but a number of businesses from the textile industry and a few shopping malls have been allowed to resume operations, with more than 10,000 people infected with the deadly virus. Many are questioning the plan of sending employees back to work. Let's speak now to Ashfaq Zaman. He's a Bangladesh country director of Charity Rights. Welcome to the program, Ashfaq. Before we go into why this decision has been made, can you just bring us up to date on the situation in the country with regard to the coronavirus?
Hello there. Thanks for having me there. At this point of the time, we have approximately 11,700 cases of coronavirus. And I must say that the situation over here is very, very complex over here. Not only that the COVID-19 is a deadly virus, but the risks are compounded by the fact that we are one of the most densely populated country in the whole world. 165 million people living in a very small space. That is almost 60% in size of that of UK. And within this 165 million, we have 17.5 million who are living in poverty, meaning whatever they earn in a day goes towards their basic food and just surviving. And further, it is compounded by the fact that we have very rudimentary healthcare sector. So altogether, it's a very complex situation for us over here.
Yeah, well, given the complexity, then, it begs the question as to why Bangladesh seems to be putting its economy before the people.
Well, as I mentioned to you about this poverty situation, over here there's a big debate going on with polarization in both ends in terms of opinion. So it's for many people are seeing it as a either and or situation. So either you take the risk of getting corona, or you have the risk of starvation for a huge community of people who just basically survive on their day's earning. And for the last 1.5 months, they basically have no access to any sort of income for a large quantity of people.
So when you talk to local people in the country, then Ashfaq, what are they saying? Are they keen to return to work because they know they have to put food on their table, or are they concerned about, what's going to happen to them in terms of the virus?
I think there's a very distinct opinion amongst the two different communities. So those who are in the business community, those who are a bit well off, they're more concerned about the health factor. So for them, the safety comes first. They're putting their preference of health and safety. But for the low income group, as I mentioned, that almost 17.5 million people are under the poverty line. They are more concerned about their salary. They're more concerned about how they're going to survive in the next few weeks. Because for them, for many families, they have not seen food for the last 1 week. So at this point of the time, their bigger concern has become the economic factor, or they're surviving for the next few weeks rather than the corona. And I think one aspect which might also be taken into consideration for these people is that although we have a rising number of cases, like yesterday we had approximately almost 800 cases, 790 to be specific, but the number of deaths compared to the number of infections has been quite low. So at this point of the time, as of yesterday, the number of cases detected compared with the number of deaths, it's only 1%. So somehow I think at the back of the people's mind, it has given them this hope that there might be a better chance of recovering. Maybe this risk factor is worth taking it for this low-income group.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Ashfaq Zaman, Bangladesh country director of Charity Rights, speaking to us.
In South Africa, an unfortunate consequence